If you're doubting yourself and your abilities, then you have landed on the right video. I'm going to help you shift out of that. You're going to feel really good about yourself. You're going to feel good and safe in your body in a matter of minutes. Hi, if you're new to me, my name is Raquel, and I'm your GPS for success. This is day 19 of 21 of a series that I'm doing called Made for More. And it's really around this shifting of identity. I know a lot of times you've probably heard in spaces that you need to become that person first before you start to see things externally from you, or you have to be high vibe. And I've been actually dismantling that erroneous belief system over the last 18 days. If this is your first day in this series, no worries. Below, I have a freebie for you, which I love. It's the Activate Abundance Audit. You get the audit, and then you also have bonuses that go with that. There is a list down below for this series. So when you click on it, it'll take you to my blog. It has all the videos on there. So you can just look at the titles and do the ones that you want. I also have below for you the blog post that has all the links for the previous series that I did, which is Manifestation for Jesus Lovers. So if any of that is of interest to you, then go ahead and check that below once we are done. And since you're here, go ahead and like and comment if you've been coming back to this series. I would love also to connect with you. I answer all my comments. So go ahead and comment below. All right. So I have a list here that was given to me of how people have been feeling. So I'm going to read to them. I'm going to help you to emotionally regulate through a method called an EFT. EFT is emotional freedom technique, and it's actually what it does. It is so good. It works really, really fast. And when my clients tell me, because they don't have a word for it, they just say that my EFTs are magical. And it's because they come in, very frazzled, not feeling safe in their bodies. And literally within minutes, they feel calm, they feel safe, they feel good about themselves. And why is that important? Because we're not going to go any farther than how we see and feel about ourselves for the most part. Think of that like that's your baseline. So yeah, some days you're feeling really good, you get a lot done, you're like, yes, I'm the best. And you are the best. And what you do, you are beautifully, wonderfully made. You're made for such a time as this. You are made on purpose for a purpose. And some days you can really be like that. But then other days you might be in low energy, things are happening, life is lifing, and then you start to question yourself. And so this is going to help you come back to center. It is so important because we're told in the good book, right? We are to love people, yes, others, but how? As we love ourselves. But this is a really great way for you to come back to self-love and really start to just remove some of the erroneous things that you believe. What you are feeling is normal. You are normal for feeling that way. So I just want to encourage you that the only reason you're feeling that way is because of the thoughts that you have been embodying the last 60 to 90 days. So when something comes up, your brain is just offering you a thought, and you don't have to take the thought. But sometimes the thoughts are just really overwhelming. So this is going to assist you. If you've never done these before, the way I do them is I talk about the negative things first. Now, I was a victim of toxic positivity. I love God. I love my kids. And, I'm one of the strong ones, so check in on your strong friends. I was so depressed. Nobody knew. I hid it very well because I didn't want to burden somebody else with my my feelings. And I tried to unalive myself 4 different times. And those 4 times I was saved. I was stopped before I can do anything. And so I've had these like supernatural experiences where I was stopped, thankfully. So I understand how it feels and what happens. And now that I understand how the brain works and the body responds and all these other things, I'm just really a big proponent of helping people feel safe back into their bodies, because the way you think is your gift. No one thinks the way you do. No matter how many personality tests you take or any of those things, no one is like you. Those things help us to kind of understand a little bit how we're wired to succeed, but the way you think is your gift. And so I want to help you to feel safe again. I love this stuff. All right. So we're going to just follow me. First, we're going to do what it's called a setup phrase. There's a reason I was bringing up the unaliving. Yes, so that you understand that I understand if your thoughts and your feelings all over the place. So we go like this. It looks like a karate chop. And when we're actually tapping here, It's called a psychological reversal. So just go ahead and say what I'm saying, even if it's not your scenario, because you can come back to it and do it with me. Or as words are coming up for you, it starts to uncork. It's like sometimes we're emotionally constipated. We don't know what the real issue is. And all of a sudden we're like, oh, where is that thought? That thought's coming up now. Now this memory is coming up. Allow it to come up. It's really important that we confront some things. And I know in the circles I was in, we didn't say the negative things because we didn't want to bring it into our reality. But what's not confronted is not changed. And so we're going to confront it to change it. You're going to take your power back, and then we're going to see the things that create the void, and then we're going to put in what we want. So that's the setup phrase. And then because of the camera, for the sake of time, we're just going to tap here, eyebrows, between the eyebrows, underneath the eyes, underneath the nose, like right here, middle. The collarbone for the camera. Usually, like people also do on here, but I sometimes when I tap, I just do my collarbone. Where it does it, the different areas do different things. Like this worry and anxiety, it's a psychological reversal. But if you miss something, don't worry about it. You're not gonna blow up. And then we're gonna start all over again. I'm gonna look at my notes because I want to make sure to say all these things that people are feeling that was submitted to me. Because maybe it's your scenario, maybe it's not. But just go ahead and repeat after me. I promise you, you're going to feel better. All right. Repeat after me. Today, I take responsibility for my life, which just means I have the ability to respond. And there are seasons when life is lifing, or when I'm trying to get to the next level, it feels like something is stopping me. Like I know I'm made for more. I know this next level is calling me, but sometimes I feel inadequate and those feelings overwhelm me. And I don't want to feel this way anymore. So right now I'm taking my power back. I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself because I've been doing the best that I know how to do. So I receive grace for myself because I so easily give it to others. And so it is. But let's start here. There are times when I have felt inadequate. Maybe it comes up when I've had to face a new challenge. And maybe that new challenge presented itself as receiving a promotion, a new job opportunity, or even thinking about it. There's also sometimes a fear of public speaking or presenting an idea, and that might have been triggered by being asked to lead a meeting, give a presentation, be invited to a podcast, ask for my opinion in something. Sometimes imposter syndrome shows up in professional settings. Like if somebody starts praising me or recognizing the work that I've been doing, my accomplishments, makes me go like, yeah, thanks. It makes me feel weird. Like I want to crawl out of my skin. Sometimes it's hard for me to receive praise, even though I'm so good at giving it to other people. Self-doubt can be triggered when I start to pursue a passion project or a dream of mine. And it could get triggered if I see somebody who's a peer doing something similar and I admire them. And then I start to compare myself. Who am I to do this? And then I start telling myself lies The market is saturated. It's not. I know it's not. Because McDonald's would be on the street, and right across the street will be Burger King. And down the street is Wendy's. Nobody told them the market was saturated. Nobody told Pepsi that Coke was dominating. The saturation lies only in my head because it's easy for me to believe that, because I don't want to really talk about the doubts that I have about myself. And so I just talk myself out of it. Right. Anxiety might be kicking in when I have to make an important life decision. And maybe that gets triggered by a birthday or a life event. Maybe I'm looking back in my life and thinking I should have been farther along by now. Or I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know what my purpose is. And that could be giving me anxiety. Maybe I'm feeling overwhelmed because all the responsibilities and expectations that can get triggered by taking the leadership role, getting additional responsibilities, things that I wasn't planning for, and just fell into my lap. Sometimes it comes up as the fear of failure when I'm starting something new, like this pull to start a business or go for that promotion, create that venture. Sorry about that. And that can get triggered by encountering that opportunity to start the business, get the book done, start that blog, go forward in that investment. Maybe insecurity gets activated by a personal relationship, wondering if I'm worthy of love. Now get triggered by entering a new relationship or deepening an existing one. Sometimes I feel stuck or stagnant in my own personal growth. When I encounter motivational content or the success stories of others, and I reflect back at my life, maybe I'm disappointed with my decisions or how things have turned out. And even though I felt some of these things, or maybe even all of it, I deeply and completely choose right now to love, accept, and forgive myself. The truth is, I am normal. There is nothing wrong with me. Nothing? Nothing. I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. Right now, I'm separating out my behavior and habits from who I really am. And who I really am is this: I'm kind, I'm loving, I'm smart, I'm funny, I'm talented, I have a good heart, I'm good to people. And maybe up to this point, I've allowed my feelings to be my master. But I'm choosing to take my power back now, because this is the truth. This is how I'm wired to succeed. The only reason I'm feeling this way is because of the thoughts that I was choosing to entertain. Okay, maybe some of that came in generationally, culturally, things that I saw and experienced before my prefrontal cortex was done cooking. Some of these things I inherited, But now I can take my power back. I am not destined to my genes. I could have been born one way. But the truth is that my cells take direction from the voice of my mind. I get to choose how they're going to express themselves. So I am not confined to my genes. I get to tell them what to do. My beautiful brain, it also takes direction from the voice of my mind. Sometimes it's a bully, and it'll just start spitting out a bunch of thoughts that are not for my highest good, that are not helpful. Like all these thoughts that are overwhelming me. How is that helpful, brain? That's not helpful. That's not helpful. But it's only giving me what I have been feeding it. Death and life are in the power of my tongue. And I've been eating the fruit of it. I've been muttering to myself, which is a form of meditation. And now that I know, I can change the dialogue. I can change the storyline. I can rewrite my story starting right now. So things have happened. Shall I allow it to keep defining me, making me miserable? The past doesn't even exist anymore. It literally is gone. It only comes back to life when I allow it. And then I have these emotions that come up. They are not old emotions coming up. They are new emotions because my body and my brain are always in the now. So as I choose to think about something, that is the cause of my emotions. What I'm thinking, what I'm choosing to entertain. And that's good news. Because if I don't like the way I'm feeling, I can choose to start creating new grooves in my brain of what I want to think about, how I want to feel. I get to take my power back as a free moral agent, as one made in the image and likeness of God. I'm taking my power back now. I choose to start thinking thoughts about myself that are good and pure and lovely, virtuous, praiseworthy. Yes. And then my brain will make all these juicy chemicals and it'll flood me. My brain is only doing what I'm giving it. So I'm choosing a different path right now. I'm choosing right now to no longer allow it to frustrate me. I'm human. I'm not going to get it right all the time. And that's okay. Every day I will come and practice. Every day I would do something for myself. Think lovely thoughts for myself. Set a timer or put on a song, dance around, sing out loud, and just own my greatness because the world is waiting for me. I will do that thing. It's okay to do it afraid. The confidence will come as I go. Like all things and everyone, no one is a master at it in the beginning. I'm in process, just like everybody else. So I give myself a break. I am that. I am a changed person right now. By the free act of my will, I say that I am free. My feelings eventually will follow as I am continuing to nurture myself with the thoughts that are good, asking myself helpful questions, thinking of myself well. Because as a man thinks, so is he. I have been given that right and that authority. And I choose right now that moving forward, I'm going to practice speaking kinder to myself. because I am made for such a time as this. People are waiting for me. And I say yes to that better life and that better outcome. And so it is. Take a breath. Hold, release. Well, I'm sure you're feeling a lot better. I would love to know how you're feeling down in the comments. So that way we can just chat. And if you want more support around this, and I encourage you to check out the society, which is my monthly, it's a membership. I meet with them twice a month. And then we also do, I have free asynchronous coaching. What does that mean? That means I give, if you're stuck on something, sometimes when we're trying to rewire our thoughts and release those toxic thoughts, you need some help. We need the right support system. And I have thousands of dollars worth of resources there for you. But the coaching is probably what I love the most because you send me a text or a voice note, and then I'm going to text or voice note you right back. And that's part of the package. It's $97 a month, but for right now, you can test drive it, which means you can come in for 14 days. It's only $7.77. That's like 56 cents a day. Come on in, get part of that free coaching. Take advantage of it for the 14 days. Get all my stuff. Download it all if you want. Everything's downloadable and use it. Use it. Come on in and hang out with us when we do our next one, which we meet every second Tuesday and the last Tuesday of the month. So that is coming up. It's coming up. And so if you want to get the support system, get curated, because a lot of the things that I come up with are curated from the needs of the group. So if you want to be around other people who are just like you, who are high achievers and want more out of life, then I invite you to come and hang out with us. Test us out. It's only $7.77. What else do you have? You have nothing to lose but $7. That's all. You only have less than $8 to lose. And you have spent that on things that were not helpful. I promise you that when you come in and get the supports and the systems and the things that you need to empower your life, you are going to love it, just like everybody else in the group. Until next time, which will be very, very soon. Don't forget to check out all the cool stuff I have for you down below in the description. And may God's riches and best be yours. Bye now.